Good evening, Ms. Pitts. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Ms. Boyle.
How are you? Are you able to hear me? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We missed you at operations. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you though.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have any controls at this point. Miss
I can't
Gina,
hear you.
yeah, I can hear you. Gina, you're muted.
I can hear both of you.
You can hear both of us.
Okay, now I can hear you now, Ms. Boyle.
Okay. Gina, by any chance, are you host? No, we have text on.
No, I'm not host. I just
Okay.
got on myself. But it doesn't look like the two text people are
I
host.
could hear it.
You can hear everybody?
I could hear everybody.
Okay.
Who is that can hear everybody?
I can hear everybody.
Is that Mike too?
This is Mike too.
Mike Fossiani.
Oh, Mike 2. Oh, I see. Okay.
Mike 1.
Okay, Mike. Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
I'll be making you a co-host in a couple minutes, Tyra.
No rush.
Hello.
Mute. Doc's on.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ms. Peterson.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm gonna walk. You don't need to see this room, so I got. But this is okay. No, this is okay. I thought I had the Delta stuff up.
Good evening, Mr. Long. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me okay?
Your volume is low.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna drink a Pepsi during the meeting. I need some energy. I need some
That's
energy.
your way.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr.
Good
Blake.
evening. Good evening.
Good
Hello.
evening. Hi, Miss
Hey.
Blake, how are you?
I'm
Very
good,
well.
thank you. How are you?
Okay.
Wonderful tonight.
Ms.
Everyone
Blake,
looks
you did receive the CAC minutes that Megan Byer sent out?
Today?
No, she sent those out, I think Monday.
Okay, I'm glad you did because I sent them out again today.
I'm just.
Okay, I
Yes,
don't think I got them on Monday, so I just got the one that came out today
Yes.
for
No,
the CAC.
mm-mm.
Well,
So
you
the
do,
CAC
everybody has a copy of the minutes.
Right.
Okay.
So while Miss Peterson needs a Pepsi, as hot as it is today, I'm ready to run back to the school, the building, because it's not time for me to turn my air on yet, right? So let's use the school air.
But wait,
Look at where- Look, take a look at my background. You have to use some fans, Mr. McClendon.
well, you know what? I actually turned on mine. I broke down. It was too hot.
It's too
Yeah.
early. It's too early.
Same here, Miss Peterson.
But it'll get better.
Yes, it will.
It'll only be for today because I think the temperatures drop tomorrow, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I
Tomorrow
think it's
on
being recorded.
Saturday. It's 56 on Saturday. I don't understand the weather,
Nope.
but
Who does?
oh well.
I'm telling you.
It's called climate change.
Ooh, major.
Yes.
The patterns are very different now.
Yes, it
Sorry.
is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak and drink my Pepsi and
You don't
Wait.
you don't have to sneak.
You don't have to sneak. I have my grape juice here.
I was gonna drink some grapefruit juice. I said I need Pepsi for the energy.
We've got 2 whole minutes. I only see 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see.
Did you get Mr. Shaw a message?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Where's Miss Dredden
I don't see Jordan.
You want me to call her?
and
Yes,
Blake?
please. And
Okay.
Mr. Blake.
Okay, I'll call
I don't
Dredden.
see Miss Moore.
No.
But you know, there's no electricity in certain areas of Winslow already.
Oh,
No, I
really?
didn't know that.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yes.
Neither.
Yes.
What happened?
Oh, wow.
Something must have been an accident or something went down, and it's closer to Wilton's Corner. So
Oh,
there,
really?
yes,
That might affect Mr. Blake.
yes. So
Yeah, that
that's-
might affect him.
Don't ask
Good
me
evening,
what.
Miss Thomas. How are you?
Board meeting of April 26, 2021.
Didn't hear you, Miss Thomas.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Can hear you
Now
now.
we can.
Miss Dredden.
Miss Moore is here.
Okay. Good
Okay.
evening, Dr. Poteet.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good evening, Mrs. Pitts, ladies, gentlemen.
Dredden is coming on.
Good evening, Dr. Poteet.
Good evening. Miss Dredden is coming on now.
Okay. Oh, there's Mr. Blake.
Oh,
Ms. Pitts, we really might have some weather interruptions. There is a massive storm coming through.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Very shortly.
Yes.
Mhm.
We need to be prepared.
Yes.
Assume that everyone will keep in touch with you or Dr. Poteet if we were to lose some power as to
Okay.
what
Good evening, Mr. Blake.
Board meeting of May 26, 2021.
Good evening, Mr. Blake.
Good evening. It's a great day in Winslow. Here you
It's a
go.
hot day, Mr. Blake. It's a hot day in Winslow.
Oh, we'll
Okay,
bring you some
ladies and
ice
gentlemen.
water.
I have 6:30, but I'm trying to wait for Miss Dredden. Good evening, Miss Moore.
Hi, Miss Moore.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. This is not going to work. I need that one.
Sounds like someone's trying to get in.
That was me. I turned myself off.
Oh,
Put
okay,
myself on mute.
okay. Oh,
She's there. Miss Drayton's coming in.
I see her. Can she hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Good evening, Mr. Redden. How are you?
Good evening. Fine.
Okay, now we see you. Very good. Very good. Okay, folks, here we go. You know the drill. Lights, cameras, action. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Winslow community, administration, board members. Welcome to the regular board education meeting, Board of Education meeting of the Winslow Township School District. Today is Wednesday, May 26, 2021. Public notice of this meeting was given to all board members and associates, and notices dated February 1st, 2021. Adequate and electronic notice of this public meeting has been provided specifying the time, place, and manner in which this meeting is being conducted. It was advertised in the Courier Post, posted in all schools, the administration office, the municipal building, the library, the Bud Dubel Center, Edgewood Acres, Elmtown, and the Winslow Township post offices. And this is our mission statement. The mission of the Winslow Township School District, a large, diverse, and growing community, is to educate all students to become independent, lifelong learners, critical thinkers, caring, and confident members of their community. The district, in partnership with the community and in a climate of cooperation and mutual respect, will provide an academic environment which values excellence and diversity, encourages all students to strive for personal excellence, and assist them in acquiring the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to contribute positively to a rapidly changing world. Roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Present.
Miss Dredden,
Here.
Miss Martin,
Present.
Miss McClendon,
Present.
Miss Moore,
Present.
Mr. Shaw.
Mr. Shaw will be absent this evening.
Thank you. Miss Thomas,
Present.
Miss Peterson,
Present.
and Miss Pitts.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Bull. Board members, at this time, if we could just pause and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
The flag
of the United States
of
of America
of America.
and to the republic
The
for
republic
which it stands,
stands
one nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
liberty,
and justice for all.
all.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask Ms. McClendon to read our 2020-2021 district goals, please.
Yes, Madam President. District's 2020 through 2021 district goals. 1, student achievement. Continue to implement best practices for delivering instruction to students, utilizing all available and appropriate instructional modes. This shall include A, ensuring articulation at all grade levels throughout the district. B, focus on classroom instruction at all grade levels. C, ensuring all students have equal access to equipment and resources needed to facilitate and promote student learning in any setting. D, evaluation and updating all district programs. E, accountability of all district staff. Number 2, continue to foster a positive school environment that is conducive to teaching and learning. A, focus on building relationships among staff that will result in increased learning and more effective instruction. B, promote creative instruction, training, and retraining. C, emphasis on collaboration with all district stakeholders. D, promote cultural competence throughout district. E, teacher-to-student relationships. F, student-to-student relationships. And number 3, market our strengths and achievements to all stakeholders to increase capacity for greater parent, caregiver, and community support. A, continue with our public relations / marketing plan. B, continue to work with the various advisory committees in the district. And C, examine communication methods utilized by district.
Thank you, Ms. McClendon. Moving
You're
now,
welcome,
board
Madam
members,
President.
to Dr. Poteet, awards and presentations.
There are no presentations this evening, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Poteet. Moving now to correspondence, Ms. Boyle.
Yes, Madam President, we have a piece of correspondence dated May 21st, 2021. It's directed to or addressed to the Winslow Township Middle School. It reads, Dear friends, it is a pleasure to extend my congratulations as Winslow Township Middle School is named a U.S. Department of Education Green Ribbon School. This recognition is a testament to your school's commitment to implementing initiatives that reduce environmental impacts and improve the health of students and staff. Through the many efforts that you have undertaken, you have helped promote and highlight sustainable practices within your school and local communities. Given the rising impacts of climate change, these efforts are critically important to inspire change and help educate the next generation of environmentally conscious students. As you reflect on your achievement, know that I am grateful for all that you have done, and I am confident that you will continue to pursue environmental policies for the well-being of the young people, faculty, and neighborhoods that you serve. Once again, congratulations. I look forward to your continued success. Sincerely, Corey A. Booker, United States Senator.
Oh.
Maybe I should have opened with that. That concludes the correspondence this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Boyle. It's always a pleasure to hear from our congressmen, especially our senators. That's good news. Moving now, board members, at this time, I'm asking for a motion to approve our minutes from our Board of Education, which took place on May 12th, 2021. Open session. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the meeting minutes for our regular meeting on May 12th, 2021, open session.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. Would there be further comments or discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you. Moving now, I'm asking for a motion to approve our minutes from our regular meeting that was held on May 12th, 2021, closed session. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes for our regular meeting on May 12th, 2021, closed session.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. Would there be further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you, Ms. Bull. Moving now, board members, to our committee reports. Would there be a report out of our education committee?
Yes, Madam President, there would be a meeting out of the Education Committee. Give me 1 second. Winslow Township Board of Education Education Committee meeting agenda Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. Reopening to schools demographic update as of the fourth marking period. Students remains the same as previously indicated in board meeting minutes. B, attendance concerns. Discussion has been ongoing since September 2020. Attendance requires that students are on with cameras. Following communication with parents regarding attendance was implemented through the superintendent's real talk, emails, phone calls, board meetings, and in-person visitations by the supervisor of special products. Principals monitor for classroom attendance. The 5-year curriculum and instruction plan. 1, evaluation of textbooks occurs each year that leads to 7-year adoption plans, realignment of the curriculum with resources, COVID-related concerns, learning gaps, summer school. We have approximately 260 children from the elementary, 100 from the middle school, anywhere from 100 to 150 for the high school. Special education is about 150 students. The STEAM and STEM 2021-22 plans remain the same as previously indicated. Technology and textbook upgrades 2021-22. Summer reading posting of the summer reading will take place the first week of June. D, early childhood and child study team updates. Special education advisory met on May 6, 2021. The child study team continues. Utilization of reopening of schools, website evaluation, technology support, parent survey, A1, 738, 2, 1,923. Anticipated graduation number is 250 students participating in ceremony. However, there are 294 students on roll. State monitoring feedback. Federal grants was completed with the district's report issued within 30 to 90 days. District's assessment will occur during the next school year with the potential start date of the middle of September of 2021. District-wide or individual professional development update continues to be a core value of the district. There is a meeting scheduled possibly for Tuesday, August 17th, and that completes the report for the Education Committee.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. Board members, would you any comments or questions with regards to our report out of our Education Committee?
I have a question for Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Martin, you mentioned that there will be 250 students graduating, correct? But there's a total of 294 seniors?
Yes.
So with the 44 that won't be graduating, are all of those 44 students reason for attendance, or is there a mixture?
Combination.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments, questions? Thank you, board members. Moving on to our Equity Equality Committee, would there be a report?
No report.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. Moving now to our Marketing Committee, would there be a report?
Yes, Madam President. So the Marketing Committee met on May 25th, yesterday, at a meeting was called to order at 5:01 p.m. via WebEx. Attendees were Mr. Blake, Ms. Moore, Dr. Coetzee, and myself, Ms. McClendon. So we started our meeting off with just touching back on the unfinished business, in which the board knows we are working in preparation for the 20th anniversary for when Edgewood became Winslow. And so just a couple things, reminder to everyone that to please save the dates for homecoming this year will be October 15th and the 16th. We focused on the Saturday celebration, which will begin at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the 16th. So we have mapped out a time. So again, it will be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So working on our timeline as we move forward over the upcoming months is something that we will be continuously doing. We also had updates from each committee member who was assigned a task, so went under discussion. One thing I can say now, we now have our 20th anniversary logo design, and also our flyer is prepared to come out soon. So again, keep your eyes open on Facebook. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, Winslow Township Schools, please like our Facebook page so you don't miss any important information. And just a reminder, when we say alumni, we're talking about Edgewood, so we're looking for all Edgewood alumni, Winslow alumni. We want our Winslow students out there, our administrations, faculty, staff, Winslow family, and friends. We're going to make this day a great success with all of us together. Secondly, we talked about just our Facebook acknowledgments. We are looking to acknowledge our upper elementary school. We're trying to figure out what way to spotlight them, so we are waiting to see what the principals at each school has planned so that the marketing team can fall in line with each of the school's ideas to spotlight our students moving up to the middle school. So we know that, unfortunately, this year move-up ceremony is not in the works or in the plan, but we still want to recognize those students that will be moving to the next level, to the middle school. So again, keep your eyes on our Facebook page. We have a lot of things that are going to be coming about, and we definitely want to keep everybody informed, especially about our 20th anniversary celebration. Our next meeting will be June 22nd at 3 o'clock p.m. We're actually going to do an on-site meeting at the high school as we kind of prepare for the 20th anniversary. That's where our next meeting will be held as we continue our planning process. Our meeting was adjourned at 6:40 p.m., and that concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you, Ms. McClendon. Would there be any questions or comments for our marketing committee report?
Yes, Madam President.
Mr. Gibson?
Mrs. McClendon, you have done an excellent job, you and your committee. But I was wondering, for the 20th, are you developing a database of those that you can capture their email so that they can extend that out for each class?
So one of the things, Ms. Peterson, we say Facebook is a really great tool, social media, because one of the things for Edgewood, they do have an Edgewood alumni page. So I know Ms. Moore is on it, and I will get on that page as well. So a lot of information we're going to funnel through social media, especially with the alumni pages, and also word of mouth. So we're asking everyone, spread the word that homecoming is going to be a big celebration where Edgewood and Winslow is coming together. And this is going to be on the foundation of the high school. So yes, Winslow is the name of the high school, but the foundation remains the same. And we know that there will be no Winslow without an Edgewood. So we ask everybody to continue to spread the word. If you went to Edgewood, tell your class. If you have connections with people, spread the word, because we know by mouth, word travels fast. But we will be utilizing the social media pages as well to inform people and make sure people are at least informed about what's about to take place.
Just so if I have contact information for others that came through Edgewood, because also Mrs. Dredden was an Edgewood student. Am I correct, Mrs. Dredden? So if I have other names and emails, can I send them to you? Ms.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson.
Thank you, Ms. Dredden. Thank you, Ms. McClendon. Any further comments or questions for our marketing committee report? Thank you, board members. Moving on now to our operations committee.
Yes, Madam President. The Operation Committee met on Tuesday, May the 25th, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. In attendance were Ms. Dredden, chairperson, myself, and Mr. Shaw. Also in attendance were Ms. Boyle, Ms. Chico, and Mr. Mills. The following items were discussed. Update on the district projects. A, the balance of work for 2020 project by D'Andrea. One was the greenhouse, should be ready for demonstration by the second week in June. Two, completion of the exterior walls at the administration building. B, the balance of work on the 2019 project of Andrea, let me say it correctly. One, waistline correction in the high school to be completed after school ends. C, the balance of work to be completed by by DEC Electric PA system at all schools. One, the signing off on the monitoring agreement. Two, punch list items. Three, closeout documents will then be posted. Two, federal monitoring took place at the end of April. The district has not received a report. Three, the ESSER 2 fund. The application was submitted by the due date. The money will be used to support educational programs over the next 2 years. Four, the American Rescue Plan, ARP, Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief, ESSER Funds Award. Amounts were released on Monday, May the 24th, 2021. The award will be available in 2 installments. The first will be equal 2/3 of the award. The second will be made available after the state plan has been approved by the U.S. Department of Education. The application is available. The deadline is submitted is November the 24th, 2021. 5, the Panagenic Electronic Benefit Transfer. That's the PEBT. That's something pertaining to what they gave the families last year. For if they didn't get food or whatever, they got this little card that they could go shopping with. The Department of Human Service hosted a webinar on April the 30th, 2021 regarding the PEBT program. To be eligible, students who are free or reduced will have had to miss meals for at least 5 days in a row due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is unclear at this time if the students are eligible, since we did not experience a break of 5 days without providing meals. A follow-up workshop is scheduled on June 2nd, 2021. Clarification should be provided. 6, new items. A, uniform update. To date, the district has received 2 applications that are still pending approval since they remain incomplete. The meeting then was adjourned at 5:56 p.m. and the next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, June the 22nd, 2021.
Thank you, Ms. Dredden. Board members, would there be any questions or comments as it relates to the report out of the Operations Committee? Thank you. Moving on to the Policy Committee. The Policy Committee for May did not have a meeting this month. We will resume our meeting next month in June. And as usual, we usually meet on the 4th Thursday, and all members will be notified. Moving now to the Citizens Advisory Committee. Ms. Martin?
Yes, Madam President, I do have some minutes to read. The CAC meeting was held on May 13th, 2021 at 7:02 and it ended at 8:02. Present was Joe Thomas, Danielle Hunter, Carolyn Carter, Megan Byer, Cheryl Pitts, and Dr. Petit. Questions, alternative education. Will online be an option? What are other ways we can help students be successful other than in the traditional way? A response from Dr. Petit indicated the school is looking at what they've learned from this year and the advantages and disadvantages. Winslow is a comprehensive high school and vocational schools were designed for a reason. so it is somewhat limited in what can be offered as far as alternatives. Sports marketing. How can we continue to market our sports programs, and how can we piggyback off programs such as the 7-on-7 tournaments? Lots of scholarships come out of those tournaments, so we want our students to be able to compete. Dr. Petit responded, lack of feeder programs in most sports. There is a correlation between successful Little League programs and the high school programs that are doing well. Example, football, track and field. To give our students a better chance, we need better programs for younger kids to start them early. Honoring past history, renaming schools and removing numbers. Ms. Pitts, it's a big undertaking that will take time, but definitely interested. Dr. Petit, there are already procedures in place for how to change school names, but that would have to be a community decision. C, it has been brought up in the past, and some people feel very strongly about keeping the numbers. Others would love to have them changed, but to what or who. The discussion, happy to see the billboard in Winslow congratulating the middle school and staff. Frustration about a sometimes lack of consistency across the schools. We talked about going through the procedure, starting with building principles, and how if something doesn't feel right or you're unhappy with the answer, then moving up to Dr. Petit. It's important to continue to reach out and ask questions. COVID-19 vaccine on Thursday, May 20th, the high school will be open for community members ages 12 and up to receive the Pfizer vaccine. The consent form for children to receive the vaccine can be found on the website. First dose is 5/20/21, and the second dose will be 6/10/21. Recommendations coming from the committee regarding renaming of schools. We suggest that we put out a survey to get a sense of what the community wants. We have had success with surveys in the past regarding hybrid remote, and this is a good way to gauge interest as to where we stand now. And that is the end of the report for the CAC.
Thank you, Ms. Martin. One of the things I would just like to say with regards to the recommendation,
Yes.
with regards to doing a survey, that absolutely is going to be a topic that we will be discussing at our retreat this year. So
Okay.
that definitely is on the forefront. It's on the burner. Okay.
Mhm.
All righty. Moving now, board members, that completes our committee reports. At this time, I am asking for a motion to approve the superintendent's report that begins from the middle of page 2. However, I'm going to pause there because board members, on page 4 of the superintendent's report,
Yes.
number 12, I think Ms. Peterson would like to make a brief change there before we ask for a motion to approve that report.
Madam President, thank you. Under item 12 on page 4, it says School 3 donation approved to accept $1,000 book donation for School 3 from New Jersey Garden City Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. That's one of our national initiatives for all MPHC groups, and we selected School 3.
Okay, so the change would be, because it is, as it's stated, it says to accept $1,000 book,
No.
1,000 book donation, but it should read a $1,000 book donation. So
Correct.
board members, that's the change that that particular item 12 should reflect. Okay,
Yes.
all right. So therefore, I'm asking for a motion to approve the superintendent's report that begins at the bottom of page 2. And this is a long one, ladies and gentlemen, and continues through It continues through. As you can see, this is a long one. We're still continuing. Just giving you time to make sure that you're clear on what it is that you're going to be voting on.
Okay.
All right? Are we okay? It's a long one, and it continues through to page 20, actually.
I think that may be, if I'm not mistaken, you're talking about the superintendent's report, correct?
It's
Page
page
6.
7.
Page 7.
top of page 7.
Top of page 7.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I see it now. I went past that. It's just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Asking for a motion to approve the superintendent's report that begins at the bottom of page 2 and continues through to the top of page 7. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the superintendent's report that starts on the bottom of page 2 and ends on the top of page 7.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
I think she's on.
McClendon, second.
We didn't
Okay.
hear you the first time.
We didn't hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry, McClendon, second.
Okay. Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. Further comments or questions?
Just a comment, Madam President,
Yes, Ms. Peterson.
on page 4. I know this was a discussion at our last board meeting. Item 4, I want to commend that we will be doing our promotion activity for the middle school at the Winslow Township High School football field. So thank you for considering and making this happen.
Okay. Thank you for that comment, Ms. Peterson. Moving now, board members, to continue with our agenda. I'm asking for a motion to approve the business I'm sorry.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes,
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you. Moving now, board members. I'm asking for a motion to approve the Business Administrator Board Secretary's report on the action items beginning at the middle of page 7. And this particular portion of the Business Administrator's report does indeed continue through to the long. Does indeed continue through to page 20. Asking for a motion on that Business Administrator Board Secretary's report, approval on action items. Is there a motion?
Motion for acceptance of the business administrator and board secretary's report, starting on page 7, going through page 20 on all action items.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. Would there be further comments or questions?
Question, Madam President.
Ms. McClendon?
So page 18, line number 37 under professional development.
Page 18, line
18.
number 37 under professional development, yes.
Yes. So this is what we were in discussion about at the last board meeting.
Yes.
And I know we went back and forth. So is this basically saying that the district has taken care of it?
Ms. Boyle?
Ms. Boyle?
Madam President, I believe the understanding was the members would pay and the district would reimburse.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So when is do we have a date on that? Because if so, then I need to be removed off to that list if the due date is now.
Okay, now, Ms. McClendon, I'm not understanding. Are you saying that?
So I was just trying to understand if this was already taken care of by the district, or was the plan, different? So we discussed it last week, but I wasn't sure. When I saw it on the report, I wasn't sure if there was a payment that was supposed to be submitted by us, or if the district had taken care of it. So Ms. Boyle just said that we were going to pay up front, and the district was going to reimburse us. And I guess my question is there a due date as to when the due date for the funding to be submitted?
Ms. McClendon, what I'll do is talk to Ms. Simeon, my secretary. I'll talk to her tomorrow and have her reach out to you. And what we'll do is have her email
Okay.
when the payments are due by, or the payment is due by. Okay.
Okay.
And then
And
we'll
also,
work
Ms.
it out from
McClendon,
there.
I do believe if you look at the email that we all received that introduced that to us,
Right.
if you go back and take a look at that email, that will give you, I believe, all the information you might need to know.
Okay. So, Ms.
Okay.
Boyle, if that's the case, then once I look at that, I'll either contact you, discuss it more further with you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mrs.
Okay.
McClendon,
Madam President?
yourself
Ms.
at any
Peterson.
time if you'd like.
Ms.
If you
Peterson?
find out there's certain information that would require you to remove yourself, you could just notify Mrs. Boyle and she can remove you.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Long.
Sure.
Madam President?
Yes, Ms. Peterson?
I thought I had registered, asked to go, and that was line 37 too, to be considered, and I had agreed that I would pay up front.
Yes, I recall.
My name does not appear on that list.
We will add you to it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Any further discussion? Ms. McClendon, we're clear? Okay, thumbs up, got it. All right, we're ready for a roll call?
Hold on. let me find it. Ready, Madam President.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mr. Blade,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you, Ms. Boyle. Board members, I'm still on page 20. Now, this is the second part of the Business Administrators Board Secretary's report, and this is what we usually get at this time of the year. It has to deal with her recommendation to approve the following services, and I'm going to take them one at a time. Because with regard to these various services, as you will see on the agenda, as a board, we either can vote to approve or vote to interview. Are we clear on that, board members?
Yes.
We need no further clarification? Okay, thank you. Still on page 20, number 1, solicitor. I'm asking for a motion from the board, as you can see, the various solicitors, to either approve or appoint.
Madam President?
Yes, Ms. Peterson.
I would like to approve the appointment of Wade Long and Long as the Solicitor of the Board of Education, General, Special Education, and Labor Relations Council for the 2021-2022 school year.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson. Is there a motion?
I'm sorry, before you go forward, I had a question.
Yes.
So, and please, Mr. Long, don't take this the wrong way, but
Not at all.
I'm just, because I've never been involved in this.
Correct.
I'm just wondering what the process is here, because if I'm looking at this, I would look at CGO law as the choice, but I'm assuming there's something else that goes into this process other than just the hourly rates.
Ms. Moore,
Exactly.
if I may interject. We opened up the RFPs. The board does have the option to interview and or appoint a selected candidate. Being an accountant, I looked at the low because,
Okay.
numbers.
Mhm.
That company's list of clients were very small. They couldn't handle somebody, the district this size. I believe some of their clients may have been, I'll just say it because I'm assuming you have it. It's all public record, but I believe it was like districts the size of Chiselhurst, Longside, and they just didn't seem to have the staffing or the backup or the experience with a district our size. And then again, we were looking at pricing.
Okay.
So we do an eval, but we let the board make a determination.
Okay, Ms. Moore?
Thank you.
Okay. So board members, to continue again, just to repeat, the motion is to approve the appointment of Wade, Long, Wood, and Long as our solicitor in all areas for the upcoming school year. Is there a motion?
There is a motion on the floor. There should be you need a second.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin?
It was moved by Ms. Peterson.
I'm sorry.
By Ms. Peterson.
Let's just, okay, let's do this, make sure that we're on the same page. The motion was made by who?
Ms. Peterson.
Ms.
And
Peterson.
second by,
Miss McClendon.
okay. Moved by Ms. Peterson, second by Ms. McClendon. Further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitt.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Long. We'll be honored
Very
to
much.
have you with us for yet another year.
Very much appreciated. Thanks so much.
Thank you for your services. Moving on, board members now. Our second is our auditor. And as you can see, we just have the one name there. Ms. Boyle, would you like to make any comments or give any additional information to our board members before we decide exactly what we're going to do?
Yes, Madam President, Bowman and Company has been the auditor for the district since before I was here. I think I'm on my 13th year. They come in, they do a very in-depth job. There's nothing worse than having been an auditor and then having auditors come in and look at your stuff. So not only do they conduct the annual audit and submit the records on time, if we have questions, they will answer. I mean, I can freely pick up the phone and give them a call, get a response, and there's no additional billing for that. So we have been satisfied with them. They don't give us any, in terms of findings, they don't forgive findings. If they have their findings, they're going to let us know.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. So we have been satisfied with the services Bowman has been providing.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Boyle. I'm just going to move to Ms. Moore because I know that this is an area that she's very familiar with. Ms. Moore, would you have any questions?
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
So therefore, board members, I'm asking for a motion to either approve, appointment, or interview.
Peterson, move for approval to appoint Bowman and Company LLP to serve as the school auditor for July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Peterson, second by Ms. McClendon. Further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you. Moving now, board members, I am at the top of page 22. We are now looking at our architect. Ms. Boyle, would you like to make any comments about our selection of our architects?
Yes, in terms of the current architect, it's land, we switched over to them last year. We did have they inherited a budget and they came in at a very unfortunate time. So I have been satisfied with the services they've provided. I can pick up the phone, call Ron Swanky at any time. He's one of those that if it's 7 o'clock and I'm on my way home, he picks up the phone, we have our conversation, or if I'm in the morning. They are a larger organization and I'm satisfied at this point.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Boyle. Therefore, board members, I'm asking for a motion to appoint or interview for our architect.
Peterson moved for appointment of Lane Associates for architect of the Board of Education for the 2021-2022 school year.
Ready,
Clinton
second.
second.
Okay, now both of you came in at the same time, I heard. So, okay, Ms. Peterson, moved by Ms. Peterson, and we'll say second by Ms. Dredden. Further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes,
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you. Moving now, board members, to our next vendor, which would be the engineer. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 who have entered the RFP, and once again, I'm going to ask Ms. Boyle for any input.
Current engineer is CME. Again, we've had good service with CME. I'm not familiar with Suburban, and Concord seemed high. So it would really be up to the decision of the board to determine if they want to interview the candidates or stay with consulting and municipal engineers. Again, they've been our engineers, I think, for a couple of years. Yes, and they've been providing very good service for us as well.
Thank you, Ms. Boyle. Here again, board members, I'm asking for a motion to appoint or interview.
Madam President,
Yes, Ms. Peterson.
and this is a comment. This is where I would defer to Mr. Shaw with his expertise.
He's not here.
I'm out of my league when it comes to this area. So I'm under the impression we may want to interview these two. So to use the resources of Mr. Shaw, if possible, I would like to move that we interview CME and Suburban.
There is-
McClendon second.
It has been moved by Ms. Peterson and seconded by Ms. McClendon that we move to interview the 3 who responded to. Is that correct, Ms. Peterson? Interview
Madam President, I believe it's two.
Two.
the CME
Yes, in Suburban.
and Suburban.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the motion, that we move to interview for the position of engineer.
Mhm.
Yes.
Moved by Ms. Peterson, second by Ms. McClendon that we interview. Further comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes,
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
So, Madam President, when would we like to schedule the interview?
that is the exact, that I'm just about to ask that question also with regards to when would we want to interview these particular 2 because again, as a board, the next time we meet will be June 9th. And board members, would we want to interview them as a board, or will we want to establish a committee of the board that will sit and interview these two prospects?
Madam
Comments?
President,
Yes, Ms. Peterson.
I would think that our operations committee
Mm,
would be able to do that and do it quite well.
Yes.
So they can determine if I can suggest that.
I think that's an excellent
I
suggestion.
agree.
Is Mr. Shaw on that committee?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Okay,
Yes, he is.
And that's why I said it.
Mhm,
okay,
mhm.
okay.
So it's my
I second it.
understanding, board members, that we're going to leave it up to our operations committee to, as soon as possible, set up interviews for these two. And the good part about that is that we don't have to call a special meeting because the entire board is not interviewing them. So the operations committee actually is at liberty to schedule those interviews as soon as possible and as quickly as possible, because board members, we do have to have these contracts signed on or before June 30th. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
all right. Moving now to, I'm on the top of page 23. Number 5, school medical officers. Now, before I ask for a motion with regards to this, Ms. Boyle, I have a question. Now, is this is Cape Physicians Associates,
Yes, Madam President, and
and they're the only ones who applied for the pre-K through grade 12?
yes, Madam President, and that would be Dr. Doyle.
Dr. Doyle, okay.
Mhm.
All right, so board members, so here again, Ms. Boyle, any input, any comment? And also I'm going to ask Dr. Poteet, because also, again, I'm sure Dr. Poteet may have some comments with regards to this particular appointment or selection.
Yes, Madam President, and I just want to say that I yield to Mrs. Bull on all the other recommendations, because in as much as she is the person who worked directly with all the other professionals, I indirectly work with them also, and I want to let the board know that I support the recommendations that's been made thus far. As far as the health recommendation for the health official, Dr. Doyle has been with us for a number of years. She's done an excellent job for us, making sure that all of the updates are provided to our nurses, on a regular basis. Whenever we have medical issues with students, and if they present information to the district by their personal physicians, we usually pass that on to Dr. Doyle. She in turn communicate with those physicians and then of course make a recommendation. She comes and does the physicals for our athletic programs on a regular basis. And she's done an excellent job. And she, again, representing this particular organization, has been with us. Even though she's the only one that applies, it's very difficult to get this kind of service. And because she's been consistent and done a great job for us, I highly recommend that we stay with this recommendation.
Thank you, Dr. Poteet. Any other comments from the board, questions? At this point,
May I add one more comment, Miss Pitts? And
Yes,
this is
Ms. Boyle.
for Miss Moore. Her fees
Yes.
have been the same for at least 3-4 years back. And excellent.
Yes.
Okay. We always like to see those thumbs up. Okay, so therefore I'm asking for a motion to appoint or interview.
I make a motion to appoint
Yeah.
school medical officer, Cape Physicians Associates.
Second.
McClendon. Okay. All right. I'm
Okay,
sorry. Am I
moved
still
by-
doing seconds, or is some? Because
No,
I'm
no, you're
confused
still-
now.
No, you're still on board. You're still on
Okay.
board. This is
All right.
Ms. McClendon, this is just for this professional section.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, that was moved by Ms. Martin. I think it was second by Ms.
Ms.
Peterson,
McClendon.
Yes.
moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Peterson. Further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Stretton,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you. Thank you, board. Before we move on, I would just like to go back to the selection of the engineer with regards to our interviews. And since we are comfortable with our operations committee performing the interviews, therefore, Ms. Dredden, I think it would be in all of our best interests if you could make sure that those interviews and selection take place so that at our next board meeting of June 9th, that we would be able to appoint an engineer.
Okay. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Is that fair and reasonable, Ms. Dredden?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you. Moving now, board members, I'm on the page 24, and I'm asking for a motion to approve the personnel report. But before I go through with that motion, what I'm asking the board to do on page 24, under item 2, where it says new hires, if you drop down to letter C, I'd like to table that for further discussion. Are there any questions? We're clear?
Yes.
Thank you. So therefore, with the exception of letter C, I'm asking for approval of the personnel report that begins page 24 and again continues through to the top of page 27. Is there a motion?
Motion to accept the personnel's report and tabling under 2B, line C.
McClendon second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. Further comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Stretton,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you. And for further clarification on that item that is tabled, board members, we will, as I've been instructed, we will have to, we are required to submit a rights letter to the individual so that we can complete our decision. Now, moving now, questions? No? Thank you. Moving now, we're at again, we're still on page 27. Board members, now I didn't see an addendum. And as you know, last time, tell me now, did I miss it again?
Yep.
I missed it again?
Yes.
When did it come? I did not get it. I kid you not. Okay. Ms.
Don't
Peterson,
feel
did you
bad,
get
Miss
the
Pitts.
addendum?
I didn't look at it neither, so sorry.
I did.
Well, Ms. Peterson,
got
will you put that motion on the floor with regards to the addendum items? I can't hear you.
I have to open up my email. So bear with me unless someone else has it there.
Does someone else have their addendum in front of them?
I
Any
have
other
it, but
board-
it's not fully printed.
Any other board member?
Okay, let me,
I'm gonna have to talk to someone because I'm not getting my addendums.
okay. Okay,
Madam President, if you like, I may be able to bring it up so I can share it so you can see it on
Thank you.
screen.
I
thank
was
you.
gonna say, I do have it.
Oh, okay, if you
Oh,
can do that.
okay. Blake,
Who
you
has
have
it?
it? Ms.
I
Blake?
have
I have it on my phone.
I have it open.
Okay, Ms. Peterson has the addendum open. So Ms. Peterson, would you go through and read that for us?
Item 1, Business Administrative Board Secretary's Report. A, Business Administrative Board Secretary recommends approval of the following action items. Bills, and they have the exhibits. Renewal of food service management company's contract for the 21-22 year. That's item 2. Item, and that has the breakfast and all the descriptions of everything. Item 3, meal prices for the 2021-2022 school year. And renewal of contracts for ESS is 4. 5 is New Jersey School Boards Association Professional Development Board members. And that is, let me just get that. That is for Rita Martin Annual School Public Relations Program, and that takes place June 3rd, 2021, and it's for $50. The next one is item 6, National School Board Association Professional Development for board members, and that is for Rita Martin, and that is the Advocacy Institute, which takes place June 8th through the 10th, and that total cost is $299 per person. That is all for the board, administrative board secretary's report. Then it is personnel too, but you may need a motion to approve items 1 through 6 on the board administrator, board secretary's report that's found on page 1 through page 5.
Okay, Ms. Peterson, you asking for a motion on that?
Yes, for approval.
Okay, board members, a motion?
Motion to approve the business administrator and board secretary's recommendations.
Is there a second?
It's been
Okay,
properly-
moved by Ms.
Yeah.
Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. Any further comments or questions?
Yes, question, Madam President.
Yes, Ms. McClendon.
So page 3, the lunch and breakfast for students that are not on reduced meal. So there's been an increase in the pricing across the
Ms.
board for
McClendon?
everything, or?
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
as you're aware, as it stands right now, everybody will be free next year. However, we have to have pricing established. So let's say something happens. We have to have pricing established in order for the food service contract to go back and reflect on. So if you look at the renewal, within the renewal, in order for them to meet their guarantee, there's certain prices that have to be established for the district. So you'll see under H, it'll say the minimum breakfast price and the minimum lunch prices for elementary, middle, and high. That should correspond with if we were going through free, reduced, or paid. Let's say we didn't have COVID, that will correspond to this. Now, I will say that for this year, where everybody was free, food service management company, Sodexo, still met, and I believe they will probably exceed their guarantee of, let me look what that is, and it's
$10,000.
everything's in. Yeah, it's over $300,000.
Yeah.
300,455.69. So even in a situation where it's free, they still will make it's possible for them to make their guarantee.
So So Ms. Boyle, even though our students are going to get free meals throughout next year,
Yes.
do we still pay that dollar amount? Like, I'm just trying to understand. So even though our students are getting it free, are we still paying? Are we paying per student these dollar amounts or?
No, Ms. McClendon, let's say
Okay.
if we didn't have the COVID situation,
Uh-huh.
a child who is, so let's just look, an elementary school student for lunch would pay, if you were a paid student, you pay $2.95 for lunch, and breakfast, you pay $1.40.
Mhm.
If you're reduced, would be 40 cents and 30 cents. So this
Right.
isn't something we're paying. That's what we would be collecting from the students. Those
Right.
rates, right. So it's really for next year, assuming everything stays as they have said, free, it's really a moot point. And those lunch rates would have been the same that would have been in effect this year, and they were in effect the prior year. We have not increased lunch prices.
Right. And so I guess my question is, what was the increase in the pricing? Because even though next year will be taken care of, the year after that, the pricing on meals have gone up. So I'm just, what is is there reason for the increase? Because it is higher than what it was in the past.
These are the same meal rates that we paid previously and would have paid. Yeah, they were in effect last year, or yeah. So
Okay,
the
maybe I'm missing something because I didn't know that lunch was $3 at the middle school. I thought it was less than that, like $2.80 or something.
No, $3.
Okay. Okay. No more questions. Thank you.
Ms. McClendon, if you'd like to give me a call tomorrow, that'll be fine. I'll go dig.
You're on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Hearing none? Roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes, I abstain to number 5 and number 6.
thank you.
Mhm.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you.
Madam President, would you like the next?
Yes,
area?
please.
The next area is personnel report. And I will read A, the superintendent recommends approval of the following action items. 1, leave of absence request for 2. 2, 2021, 2022 new hirees, and it's 5. Number 3, resignation approved resignation of 2020, 2021 school year 1. And that concludes the personnel report.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson. Is there a motion?
Motion to accept the personnel report under the superintendent's recommendation of the following action items.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon, the items on our addendum. No further questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Blake,
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. McClendon,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Peterson,
Yes.
and Ms. Pitts.
Yes,
Motion has carried.
thank you, Ms. Boyle. So that concludes the addendum.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Peterson. Moving now, board members, we're at the Open Public Records Act request. Ms. Boyle?
Yes, Madam President, between May 7th and May 20th, we received and responded to 3 requests. The first one was from Rebecca Nueves. She wanted the job description for the Director of Athletics. That was approved and that document was sent. We received a second from Carol Hubbard of Xerox Company. She wanted an inventory of all copiers and printers in the district, including the manufacturer, model, lease expiration, and cost associated with the equipment. It was approved for copiers, but it was denied for printers because we do not lease printers. And then the third one was a request from Amber Norwich of Eastern Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters, and they were interested in receiving copies of construction or maintenance work purchase orders within the district between August 1st, 2019 and October 21st, 2020. That record was generated and supplied. And then that
Okay.
includes the three.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Boyle. Moving now, board members, to old business. Would there be any old business board members you would care to discuss at this time?
Yes, Madam President.
Yes, Ms. Peterson.
Approximately 2 or 3 years ago, I know New Jersey School Board Association had asked if we would like to do a presentation at their annual conference.
Oh, yes.
And I think it might be apropos to do one or find out what their theme is and possibly submit a proposal.
Board members, how do you feel about that?
Sounds good, Ms. Peterson.
So you saying you're going to do it?
My hands are full. Dr. Poteet, we're not putting nothing else on our plate, right?
Yeah.
I understand, Mrs. McClendon, I understand.
Board members?
Yes.
So if we're going to do it, do it right. What are we
Correct.
saying?
Ms. Peterson, what did you have in mind? Like, what were you thinking?
My thoughts was first of all, what the theme is this year, and I don't know it. So that's something we would have to find out. But I think we have accomplished a lot within the past, and if I say 5 to 6 years, we could do something, especially when it looks at combining creative ways of learning. And when you look at creative ways of learning, you can include STEM, theme, green ribbon, and some others in there. And it would be an excellent way if we could tie it to, and that's why I was looking at Ms. McClendon, a nice way to tie it to our 20th and reflections of the 20th. I'm willing to share it, but I need some help.
Okay, Ms. Peterson.
I'm willing to help on the committee.
Okay.
I just didn't want to drop it on the marketing team because our hands are really full right now. But I am willing to assist with you.
I understand that perfectly, and I'm so glad, Ms. Peterson, to hear that you are willing to chair that for that project. So which means that you can count on the help from all of the members on your education committee, right? And also I am saying to the board, since all of us are on committees, please stand at the ready to assist Ms. Peterson in this project that benefits our district.
So Madam President, I know that the Education Committee would do that, but since I heard the eager voice of Ms. McClendon, can she be my co-chair? So I thank you, Ms. McClendon, in advance.
So Ms. McClendon, are you willing to accept the assignment of co-chair for this project?
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Ms. McClendon. Thank you. So there you go. There you go. Look at how well we work together. I love it. Now all I have to do is make sure that I get my addendum.
Madam President, I had an item. Mr. Shaw wanted to let you know, I don't know, I think this comes under old business. He wanted to let you know that he will be able to place the wreath on Memorial Day at the municipal building.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ms. Moore. Thank you. So are we clear, Ms. Peterson? You're heading up that
I will.
2021
Yes.
project from
Yes.
NJSBA, and Ms. McClendon will co-chair that committee with you, with
Thank
the
you.
understanding that all board members will stand at the ready to assist you.
Thank you.
Yes, that's a nice smile, Mr. Blake. Yes. Anything else under old business? No, thank you. Moving on now to new business. Are there any items that we would care to discuss under new business? Board members,
I have one other thing, if you don't mind. This was a question someone asked me. Are we having the superintendent's awards this year? Did I freeze?
Yes, we are. The superintendent's awards will be presented at the senior awards night. So we combining it all at one time.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, anything else further under old business? Moving now to new business. Just two items I would like to mention under our new business. One, board members, you know that we are responsible for having a retreat each year. So therefore, in the past, as you know, we also have our retreat to take place during the month of July, because at that time we could be planned, we talk about district goals. So that it makes it easier for Dr. Poteet and his administration to plan our meetings as we go forward. So board members, what I'm asking you to do is to email me the availability of your Saturdays in the month of July, because that is when we can collectively come together. We will have the retreat on a Saturday in the month of July. The retreat, as you know, goes from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay?
Yes.
So I would hope that I'm asking that between now and the second meeting in June, by our last meeting in June, if we could come together on a date for our collective retreat. And
Madam President, this will be in person?
that is up to the board and Dr. Poteet. That is totally up to the board. I am comfortable with our wearing masks because, as you know, we do have it in the administration building, in their conference room, and we certainly can be distanced, but that is totally up to the board. Board members, you'll have to let me know. Okay? Just shoot me an email when you give me your dates that you're available. Just let me know whether you want in person or virtual. Are we all on the same page with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. The only other thing I wanted to mention was this. We did have a county board meeting, as you know, the Camden County and the Gloucester County board meetings, school board meetings are combined. And at that, this past week, at that meeting, two of our board members were recognized. You know, as board members, as we sit and we look at employees, and as we all know, that once someone applies to our district and our board to be a teacher, the first thing we ask for and we want to see is the fact that they're certificated. Is that not correct? And so it would only seem fair that if we are asking teachers to be certificated, that we as board members, and we have the opportunity to be certified also. And so I'd like to recognize, certainly, as the county did, two of our board members who are certified. One with a new designation, it's what is called the new board member certification, and that Ms. McClendon has attained that. And so we want to congratulate Ms. McClendon on attending that certification. It was proudly announced at our county meeting. And also the second board member was Mr. Shaw. Mr. Shaw is a fully certified board member. He received his certification accolades at that meeting. So those kinds of accomplishments, board members, can only add to the efficiency of our board as a whole, and certainly as a board as a whole, anything that we benefit from, the district benefits from. So congratulations, Ms. McClendon, and to Mr. Shaw in his absence. Anything else on the new business?
Madam President, and there were two other people that were mentioned during that meeting, and that was yourself and Ms. Martin as new officers.
New officers.
Yeah. I forgot that.
Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you very much. Anything else under new business?
Yes, Madam President.
Yes, Ms. Peterson?
Since we will be having our retreat in the month of July,
Yes,
and we're only obligated to have, as a board, one meeting per month, is it
correct.
feasible that we can entertain the possibility of only having one meeting for the month of July and include our retreat as the second one?
Oh. Now, Ms. Boyle. Ms. Boyle, is there any kind of deadline that the board would need to meet in the month of July?
We would have to have at least one, because August 1st, I have to have the draft June financials approved to go up to the county office.
Well, as I'm looking at our calendar, I believe that for the month of July, I think we had already designated July 14th and July 28th as possible board meeting dates. Is that not correct?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So therefore, what we're saying is that we would only have a board meeting in July on either July 14th or July 28th, and have our retreat be the second meeting. So which date, Ms. Boyle, do you think that we can successfully replace with our retreat?
The 14th, because the 28th, we would need that amount of time to close out June
Okay,
and try to get those records together. So if we could have them approved by the 28th and get them up to the county office by August 1st. It would
okay,
be too much of a crunch to try to get everything closed out 100% by July 14th. That wouldn't happen.
okay. So what you're saying is that the one regularly scheduled board meeting that we would choose for July would take place on July 28th?
Yes, Madam President.
Okay. Board members, are we in agreement with that? Because is that a problem? Board members, please talk to me.
Yes, that's good.
That
Is
works
that
for me,
good?
Madam President.
Works for me.
That works for me, Madam President.
Okay, I'm going to do this so that we can all understand. Ms. Boyle, could you go down our roll call, please, so that we can hear from each board member that July 28th is indeed the one time we will have our regularly scheduled board meeting, and our retreat will be considered our second.
Yes, Madam President. Mr. Blake,
Yes, that works.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Ms.
Ms.
Martin?
She might be frozen. She's on mute.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Ms. McClendon?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
And Ms. Pitt?
Yes.
Okay, so Madam President, we'll cancel the July 14th meeting.
Yes. Okay?
Thank
Good.
you.
Thank you, board members. Moving now to informational items. Dr. Poteet, informational items.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board and community, I do have several information items. I just wanted to go back and reiterate, Madam President, about the retreat.
Yes.
If we want to do it in person, it makes a significant difference if everyone is fully vaccinated. That's a personal decision, of course, and that's up to each individual, but it will make a significant difference as to how that meeting can be conducted. All right?
Yes.
And I also wanted to just clarify for Mrs. Moore about the superintendent awards. The superintendent awards are only for high school, not the underclassmen like we would do a couple years ago with everyone 6th through 12th grade. But we will be making sure that those young people at the high school during Senior Awards Day receive those awards. Okay.
Thank you.
COVID-19, as you know, normally I give a COVID-19 update every board meeting. It becomes more significant now because as the state becomes, the positivity rate gets lower and lower and lower. Camden County is at 3.4%. The southwest portion of the state, southeast portion of the state is at 3%. But COVID is still there. And we need to keep in mind that the COVID is still out there. COVID-19 is still out there. In Camden County, we had 35 new cases, which gives Camden County 49,185 cases. We only had one new case in Winslow Township, which gives us a total of 3,757. Again, the positivity rate in Camden County is 3.4%. It is the lowest it's been in a very, very long time. And if that continues to go down, of course, it benefits us all. This announcement is for all staff members in preparation for our end of the year closeout. All teachers will report to work each day starting Monday, June 7th for the remainder of the school year. Wednesdays will still be a full remote day, but all teachers are required to report to their schools each day starting June the 7th. And at this point, as we move closer to the end of the school year, it's important that we have all staff members present. Our first allotment, as Mrs. Dretton has mentioned, I want to just give you a little more detail. Our first allotment for the American Rescue Plan Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief, which is ARP ESSER, those funds are now available for the Winslow Township School District. Mrs. Dretton mentioned that we received, or the first allotment is available. That allotment is $5.9 million, which is 2/3 of the amount we're going to receive. And that second allotment, which would be $2.9 million, which is the last 1/3. Now, the difference in those numbers, ladies and gentlemen, we were anticipating, based on the letter that we received from Congressman Norcross, that the district was going to receive $11.6 million. In actuality, what we have been allocated is $8.8 million, about a $3 million difference. So at this point, again, that's why we always hesitate to plan with money we don't have. Don't get me wrong, it's $8.8 million more than what we've had. So we are pleased to receive those monies. But as we continue to move forward, we need to know that it is not the same amount that was indicated in the letter we received back in March. All right. One of the parents, or a couple of the parents, had called in last week asking us about the collection of textbooks and technology and whether or not we can move those dates back. And we have. We are going to start the collection of technology, meaning our Chromebooks, textbooks, etc., starting June 14th, 15th, and 16th, which is those last 3 days of school for us, and those are half days. So those dates we'll be using for collection for the entire school district. Additional information will be made available to the parents by the building principals. Online preschool and kindergarten registration, that comes up from time to time. I would like to give you an update at this point. That online preschool and kindergarten registration will be made available May the 28th. Registration must be done for each child, and the parent must register the child at the school they will be attending. Once the online registration is done, the parent will be contacted for additional information if needed. Pre-K will close June 30th. Income eligibility students will have, of course, the first priority. That preschool program, you know, is based on income. So those preschool registration children in the greatest need will have that first priority. And that is the way it has always been. Again, following up with comments and questions, concerns made from parents about the 8th grade moving up ceremonies or exercises for the middle school students. There will be an outdoor promotional exercise for our 8th graders from the middle school. It will be Wednesday, June 16th at 6 p.m. at Winslow Township High School athletic field. The only downside at this point, ladies and gentlemen, is going outside with a class that large. We're looking at about 375, 377 students. If it rains, we don't have a backup plan. So let's pray for good weather. Even if it's 95 degrees, let's pray for good weather. All right. Of course, the following day, which is Thursday, high school graduation, June 17th, also at 6 o'clock, and it will be held at the athletic field. And of course, that is an outdoor graduation. We do have a backup plan for the high school because of the numbers give us a lot more flexibility as far as how many parents can attend inside. I want to put it out there early. Mr. Morella, Dr. Carcamo, and myself and his management administrative team at the high school have been working feverishly at looking at what we can do in terms of tickets. I know one of the student officers sent us an email concerned about the number of tickets. We have to make sure, which is another point, we have to continue to follow the CDC guidelines as recommended by the governor, which means that wearing a mask and social distancing must be maintained at all times. That is in Executive Order 242, which means that we have to social distance at a minimum 3 feet apart. Everyone must be in masks. The school district will continue to mandate masks for the remainder of this school year and for all of our functions. Our stadium seating capacity may not be as large as some of our neighboring schools. So at this point, it will be very, very difficult for us to try to do all the social distancing and meet those mandates and provide students with more than 2 tickets. At this point, it's not cast in stone, but ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to give more just based on seating capacity and social distancing. So I just want to be very honest and upfront. We've done everything we could. Mr. Morella has even gone to the point where even with 2 tickets, we are putting 60 chairs on the track on each side of the stadium just to accommodate those parents, even with the 2 tickets. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing everything we can to have this graduation a successful graduation, but we have to keep in mind that social distancing is mandatory. The Camden County Department of Health, in conjunction with our mayor, will be providing COVID-19 vaccines on Friday, June the 4th at the Bud Dubel Center from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We have a flyer on our Facebook page to support that endeavor. So anyone out there 18 and over who would like to receive the COVID-19 vaccine, Friday, June 4th at the Bud Dubel Center from 10 to 1. Last Thursday, as you know, we have been advertising and trying to encourage as many parents to get their child registered for the COVID-19 vaccine. Last Thursday, for students 12 years old and older, we had 189 students receive the vaccine on Thursday. The second shots will be available on Thursday, June the 10th. It is important for those young people who receive their first dose to get the second dose because you're not considered fully vaccinated until you receive that second dose or that second shot. So parents out there whose child received that first dose, we're encouraging you to please follow up because it's almost null and void. It's almost like if you don't get the second dose, then it's pretty much waste of time for you to going through the process for the 1 shot. So I'm encouraging all of you who had that shot to please follow through with the second shot. And again, I respect everyone's personal opinion And that is a personal one that you have to decide for yourself and your children. So for those of you who've already done so, I encourage you to follow through. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the governor has made it very clear, at least at this point, because executive orders come out pretty fast. We know a lot of restrictions have been released, and he has also mentioned that full-time remote learning will not be available come September. He is asking us to prepare to have face-to-face instruction for all students in the state of New Jersey. The only way at this point remote instruction will be available is only if a localized outbreak of an emergency such as the COVID, then you will probably have to close down and go to remote instruction. But at this point, he is encouraging all of us to prepare for face-to-face instruction. And at this point, and I say it again because it could possibly change before September through another executive order, but full remote instruction will not be available in September. So we are planning for face-to-face instruction in our schools for September, and we will follow the direction according to the New Jersey Department of Education and the governor of New Jersey. Madam President, that concludes my information items for this evening.
Thank you,
Any
Dr.
questions?
Poteet. Thank you. Any questions, board members?
No, Madam President, but I have some informational items.
Wait, I have a question, Ms. McClendon, before you go.
Okay.
Dr. Poteet, is it going to be 5 days a week, or is it still going to be hybrid in September?
No, when we talk about full face-to-face, we're talking about going to a normal school setting where everyone comes to school, face-to-face instruction every day of the week. We're pretty much going back to the way it was prior to COVID. And at this point, Mr. Blake, and I want to continue to reiterate the fact that who knows, it may change, but the marching orders we've received at this point is that we are going to return schools back to normalcy as much as we possibly can. All right.
Ms. McClendon?
Yes. So I have two informational points. Just piggybacking off of Dr. Poteet, when he mentioned about the township is doing vaccination shots. If you missed that June 4th date, CCU is also doing one on June 13th, starting at 10:30, which is a Sunday, starting at 10:30 a.m. at the church. You can call the church Monday through Thursday to get on the list. However, walk-ins are accepted as well, but if you decide that you want to just sign up, at least so they have your name on the list for that day, you can call the church Monday through Thursday at 856-875-1633, and CCU is located at 242 Sicklerville Road. So again, if you missed the date for the township on 6/4, no worries. CCU got you covered. 613 at CCU, and again, just call the church to get on the list, or they'll take walk-ins. So if you need to still get your vaccination shot, your first shot would be there on 613, and then they'll schedule you for your second shot at CCU at the same location. Second informational point is, board members, I had the opportunity to attend the Sustainability Champions Showcase. And I know we had Real Talk that night, Dr. Poteet, on that day, or that Monday, but it was Monday, May 17th. And I just want to say that our green ribbon team was fantastic. You talk about champions, they showed off. They did a presentation, PowerPoint presentation, and I just want to say to Ms. Kitts, Mr. Cruz, Mr. Wepler, and Ms. Glatz, and also Principal Wanguma, excellent job. I was so proud of you guys. And as you were doing your presentation, first of all, they were flawless, as if preparation, preparation, preparation. So Winslow was ready, y'all. And as they were doing the presentation, other schools were chiming in the comments saying, "Wow, amazing! You guys are doing it was great to hear, to see us in the spotlight among some other schools that were in attendance." But I definitely felt very proud of our teachers at the middle school who are part of this Green Ribbon team, and I know that they are proud of themselves because the middle school has really went to another level. And I'm going to say that because I remember when, before my daughter went to the middle school, you always hear, oh, the middle school this, the middle school that. But let me tell you something. Community, we are on another level right now for the middle school. So if there's any questions about what our middle school is doing, share some of that factual information because we are on the top of the chart and our team was hot on the press, right? And so I just wanted to give a shout out to them and Ms. Wanguma for an excellent, phenomenal job. Very impressive. All the schools were impressive. But your board member, at least one, we were present. And so we recognize the job that you are doing, and we want to say awesome work. Keep up the good work. Keep our students engaged. And remember, remind our students that, listen, we are of the best. We are part of the cream of the crop. So when anybody says that your school is not, tell them to go back and look at the facts. Like, we're on a national level, and I just wanted to commend them for a job well done. And that's it.
Thank you, Ms. McClendon. Thank you so much. I'm sure that all involved appreciates that. Just one more thing, Ms. Martin, with regards to the next CAC meeting, will that be the first Thursday in June?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Ms. Martin. Moving now, board members, moving into our public comments portion. The Winslow Township Board of Education highly values the input of citizens in making important decisions that affect the children of our community. We also believe in the right of each citizen to observe our board meetings, so to ensure that all of our citizens have the opportunity to attend school board meetings and offer comment, and to ensure that the board can conduct the important business of the district, we ask that speakers follow these guidelines when making public comments. Number one, the board president or board secretary will recognize those individuals who are calling in and wish to make comment. Please respect these following procedures. Number one, all members calling in to our school board meetings must treat each other and the board with respect. Number two, please state your full name and address. Number three, please limit your comments to 4 minutes. And number four, kindly submit any questions that you may have that we may not have time to answer. Submit those questions to the Board of Education with your name, address, and telephone number where we can contact you. Your questions will be answered within a reasonable amount of time. And number five, individuals offering citizen comment are not permitted to make personal attacks on any district employee, board member, other testifier, or member of the public. At this time, board members, I'm asking for a motion to approve opening the meeting to public comment.
Motion to open up public comment.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. Clendon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any nays? Thank you. Ms. Boyle, we're now open. Anybody in queue?
Currently, nobody is in queue, Madam President.
Okay, we will wait the appropriate 4 minutes.
Madam President, members of the board, might just share something that I forgot. It's not necessarily an information item, but I thought it would be appropriate for me to share. This week, we delivered chests filled with school supplies and awards to all of the teachers of the year throughout the entire school district.
Oh,
You know, we used to have that ceremony with the large
Yes.
baskets.
Yes.
This year, Dr. Carcamo bought large chests, filled them with all those goodies, materials, nameplates, etc. Put their plastic in nice, beautiful ribbon. And Mr. Mills, Dr. Carcamo, myself, and Mr. Aponte, we went to each of the teachers' classrooms and presented those gifts to them in their classrooms. We mentioned that humbly just to say that we didn't forget our teachers. We wanted to make sure that that acknowledgement continued as we've always done. And since we did not have an opportunity to have that large gathering presentation, we felt it was appropriate that we would personally deliver to the teachers in their classrooms. And they were very appreciative for that gesture. Dr. Carcamo done an excellent job again in preparing those baskets.
Great. Dr. Carcamo, where are you? Dr. Carcamo?
I'm here, Mrs. Pitts.
Can we see you, Dr. Carcamo?
Oh, okay. I don't like doing that, Ms. Pitts.
I know. There she is.
Yeah, I'm
Dr.
here.
Carcamo, your talents are always, always appreciated. They
Thank you.
absolutely are. And I can say this because I've been around long enough to see exactly what you can produce. And I'm speaking specifically now about last year's high school graduation, the way in which the students were presented. It was great. It was really great. So here again, thank you so very, very much. It is
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I just went along for the ride, Mrs. Pitts.
He did a little lifting.
Dr. Poteet, do we have photos?
So,
Yes, that's why Mr. Aponte was with us. We will be putting that together for you. Put something, of course, on Facebook, whatever. But I have not had a chance to sit with Mr. Aponte to review what he's done and how we're going to present it. But yes, there are pictures.
Okay.
Great.
Very well.
And the
Good.
principals would accompany us. I'm sorry, I want you to know we made sure that the principals would go down to the rooms with us, and they were a part of it.
Excellent. Excellent. Just want to, a brief reminder, board members, that tomorrow at 5:30, that we are having a special board meeting for our superintendent evaluation. And of course, as we know, those of us who will be attending the induction of our students into the National Junior Honor Society, that will be taking place at 7 p.m. Is that not correct, Dr. Poteet?
Yes, that is correct, Ms. Pitts. As a matter of fact, it is our first indoor activity this year. So we are looking forward to it, but it also gives us an opportunity to see how this will work for us. And I know the parents and the students are excited about having the face-to-face ceremony. So yes, I'm encouraging everyone to come out, board members to come out and be a part of that celebration.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Poteet. Ms. Boyle, is there anyone in queue?
No, Madam President.
Okay, we've allotted our 4 minutes, so therefore, board members, at this time, I am asking for a motion to adjourn public comment.
Motion to adjourn public comment.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any nays? Thank you. Moving now. Mr. Long, sitting there quietly and patiently. Mr. Long, do we have anything for an executive session?
No, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Long. Therefore, since we have no executive session, I am at this time asking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
McClendon, second.
Moved by Ms. Martin, second by Ms. McClendon. All in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Thank you. Good night, all.
Night. Good
Good
night.
night.
Have a good evening. See you
Thank you very
tomorrow.
much.